last 2 years, I've grown over 15 Faces Instagram pages to a combined following of well over 7 million followers and made over $500,000 with them. And by doing that, I achieved a lot of success, but I also had to learn my lessons. So in this series, I'm gonna be starting a Faces Instagram page from complete scratch and show you how I'm gonna be growing the page and also how I'm gonna monetize it with all the experience that I've gathered in the last 2 years. Now, the goal of this series is to give you some realistic insights on how growing a following and making money online with Instagram actually works, and to also share some tips and value with you in case you want to start your own Instagram business, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. So I want to give you the real strategies by actually doing it right in front of your eyes. Instagram is getting bigger every single day since more people are joining the platform because the world is going digital. So right now, this day when you're watching this video is literally the best time to get started and create your account and start creating content instead of consuming it. Now in this series, I'm gonna walk you through the following things. First of all, we're gonna have to set up the page, which we're gonna cover within this video. Then we're gonna have to do the market research, find the right content strategy, actually grow the page, monetize the page, and finally scale it to a full-time income. As I'm gonna be doing this right in front of your eyes, I don't know exactly how many future episodes there will be and when they will drop. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that I won't be stopping the series until we hit at least 10,000 followers and make $1,000 from the page. Now that we know the goal of the series, it's actually time to start our page. And since we're starting from scratch, we gotta go back to the basics. So the first step we need to take is to actually find our niche. And picking a niche is literally one of the most underrated things to do because it can literally make or break your business. Now, when it comes to picking a niche, we gotta go with something where there's a large audience that we can target, and there also needs to be proof of concept, which means that there need to be some large pages out there already that we can model. Because if you want to get into something that is super untapped and that there's no proof of concept, you're gonna have a very hard time growing your page and actually making money from it. One of the main reasons that allows you to grow fast on Instagram is by posting consistently about the same topic. Because think about it, if one creator does a post about food, traveling, motivation, business, and all those topics, while the other creator posts only about motivation, who do you think is gonna grow faster and build a better audience? Since the majority of my other pages are in the motivational niche and I've seen a lot of success with them, I decided again to go into the motivational niche. The reason for that is that you have a huge audience you can reach, and the monetization potential is just a lot higher compared to other niches. Now that we find our niche, it is time to find our name, pick a logo, and to create our bio. When it comes to picking a name, I just went to ChatGPT and asked it to find me a name in the motivational niche, and after around 20 tries, it came up with the name Inner Awakened. And I absolutely loved it because I want to wake people up to find and reach their true potential. Now that we got a name, it's time to actually create a logo. So I went to Canva, and no, I'm not sponsored by Canva yet, but when it comes to creating a logo, there are two main ways we can go about it. We can either create a logo with text, or we can create a logo with an icon. But you know, when it comes to creating a logo, it's just important that we have something super simple. Because if you take a look at the biggest companies in the world, like Apple, McDonald's, Mercedes, or Samsung, they all have a few things in common. They have a super simple logo, and it's either text or an icon. So I went with this logo that you can see on the screen. It's a super simple icon with a blue color, and also the color of your logo is super important because we want to bring that back into the branding. Like, we don't want to use all different colors throughout the content, then use red, yellow, or green. It's important that we use one color that people can recognize us with, because that's going to be super important later down the line when we want to build a brand from it. For the bio, I just kept it simple, and here's what I came up with. It's just a message I want to spread to people. You can go for a bio with a lot of text and call to actions, but I chose to keep it simple and straightforward. Now that we have our page set up, it's time to warm it up. And to do that, we got to do a few things. First of all, we need to switch the account to a business creator account. You can do that by going into your settings, clicking on creator tools, and then you got to switch it to a business creator account. Now that's sorted, it's actually time to start to warm up your Instagram algorithm. And the best way to do it is by following a bunch of pages within your niche and engage with their content. So make sure to watch their content, like it, save it, and comment with their content. So that way Instagram knows what kind of content you're interested in, and it will push it up more on your recommendation recommendations, and it will also help you when it comes to growing your page in the beginning. Because think about it, if you're constantly liking pictures of cute dogs and suddenly post an Andrew Tate reel, Instagram is gonna get confused and not push it out. So it's super important that what you engage with is also what you're gonna publish out on your Instagram page, because that way you have the highest chance of actually going viral. Now, what I'm gonna be doing to warm up my account is to go to my explore page and to interact with content that's within my niche and to skip through content that's not in my niche. So Instagram knows exactly what kind of content I like and what kind of content I don't like. So that way, whenever I push content out within that niche, Instagram knows which audience to target. Do this for around a day and you're good to start posting. One important thing I quickly want to mention is that we're not going to be doing any follow for follow, because Instagram might detect it as suspicious activity and they will probably restrict or even delete your account, because there are so many bots out there. So we're not going to be doing any of that. So now that we have the account setup complete, it's actually time to find our content strategy and start posting content. So today it's day 2, and in the last 24 hours I've fully warmed up the account, so we're good to go, and it's now time to start posting. But before we do that, we actually gotta do our market research so we can find some good pages that we can model, and also find some winning reels that we can recreate for our own page. So for that, I'm gonna be doing my market research live on my MacBook, so I'm just gonna switch over to that right now. So right in front of me, I've got the market research document for the new page that we're gonna be running in this series. And yeah, it's gonna be super simple. I'm just gonna walk you guys through it in the next couple of minutes. So let's start with the basics. I just written down like all the usernames of the page with the links to it, so we can always access them to see if something changed. Then over here, I've written down the name of the account. This is not the username. Make sure that you know the difference. And what I noticed is that a lot of pages have like their username with like the trademark logo behind it, which to me looks pretty clean. So I also use it for my own page. Then over here we have the bio, and I just copy pasted their bio into this sheet. And yeah, I marked the ones blue that had a link to a product in their bio. I marked the ones white that had nothing, that just had a simple bio with like no product, no call to action. And I marked the ones green that were selling a product and also had a call to action to that specific product. But yeah, this is just like some general information that you can just get from Instagram. But over here we have like some more of the numbers, and basically over here we want to go to File Finder, and File Finder is super powerful. You can just search basically every page on Instagram and you can get a lot of data that you can't find on Instagram. So I took this page around value as an example. You can see the amount of posts it has done, the amount of followers it has, and you can also see their best performing pieces in terms of likes, comments, and you can also see their engagement, which is pretty important when you're doing the research. So yeah, basically you want to like write it down for all the pages that you have in your market research, and that's what I've done as well. And by doing that, you actually find out some pretty interesting things, because also one thing, you see that I have a lot of pages with like different following sizes, which is super important, because not all content works on all pages. Like some content might work super good on pages with like 10 million, and other content might work really good on pages with like 110k followers. So it's important that you like take a look at all of the pages. But to get back to the engagement of the pages, it's crazy what you can see. Like we have this page over here with 10 million followers, and the engagement is super bad. The likes as well, like the best is 163k, the average is 12,000. We have a page over here with 25k followers that has more average likes than a page with 10 million. So you may be thinking like, hey, a page with 10 million, that must be a good one to model. But you can see it over here. No, this one with 25k is way better to like model than the one with 10 million. And if you just take a look at all the data, you will find some more pages that are doing super good that you might not have expected. Like we have this one of 110k, the average engagement 23%, the likes of the best piece of content had 2 million likes, over 2 million, and it had 40 million views on the reel, which is crazy. It's just by writing down the data and searching it up, you just find out so many things that you probably didn't know. And then we also want to just check their growth quickly. And how you can do this, you can go to Social Blade, you can type in the name over here. So I think this one, Motivate the Mind, super simple. And yeah, over here you can see that the page is growing right now. In the last 30 days it was 28k, so the daily average is around 900, which is nice. And then we give them like a rating. We give them outstanding, good, regular, or bad. And yeah, they're outstanding if they grow 1500 followers, good 500 to 1500, regular 0 to 500, and bad is when it's just losing followers. So also make sure to do it for all the pages, so you have a good overview which pages are growing and which ones aren't, because you don't want to like model a page that's not growing. And then yeah, if you take everything into account with the engagement, the amount of followers they have, the amount of posts they have, you want to give them a score. And basically 1 is good, 5 is bad. and then in the end you just want to like model the ones that you gave a 5 because those are the best pages out of the best pages, right? So to give you an example of what the next steps are is, I have this page that I gave a 5, outstanding growth. It's pretty small, which is good. So, you know, it's a recent page with not a lot of posts already. The engagement is good, the views are good. So now we're gonna go to the page. We're gonna check their most recent content. And then what you can see is that we have over here some reels, like 4 million, 70K, 400K, 1.5, but this one stands out. It's almost 17 million. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna take this reel and remodel it for our own page with our own design. Like, why should we take a reel with like 30K or 460K when we can take this one with 17 million? It's already proven to go viral. So if, you know, we just make it better, we remodel it with our branding, we have a super high chance of going viral. And if you do that for all the good pages with their best performing content, you're gonna grow super fast. And that's how it works. And this is what we're gonna be doing for a month straight to grow my page as fast as possible. For now, I'm just gonna be posting once a day for the next 30 days to see what happens and to give Instagram a lot of data to work with so we can see what kind of content is doing good and what's not performing so we can double down on it later down the line. Now, I'm not expecting to go super viral within the first 1 or 2 videos. It might take a week, it might take 2 weeks, but we're not gonna find out unless we try, so that's why it's important to be consistent and give Instagram the data so then later down the line we can actually go viral and grow super fast. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm not sure when I'm gonna be dropping the next video of the series because it gotta make sense for me to make another video with all the updates and to make it long so you guys can watch it and learn a lot from it. But yeah, if you're still interested to keep up with the page, you can follow me on my private Instagram at Luke Hosteling, and over there I'll be sharing like some more daily updates. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you're not gonna miss out on part 2. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.